Well, boys, what's going on today? Hope you're having a good day. Tuning in to a little knife action on the LTK channel. And today we have the Ivy, not ivory, but Ivy. And this is the model number BT 2004. B is in, I don't know, not blue. It's silver. And this is Ostap Hel design. And if you can see that, okay. So the Polish knife maker, at least he lives in Poland. I think one guy says he originally comes from Ukraine. But in Poland, knife maker, designer extraordinaire, S35VN blade steel. Look at the lockup. It's 35%. Hardened steel insert, of course, over travel stop. Yes. And we will not take this one apart because this is a pass around. So I just don't want to do that to them. Ceramic bearings. I've taken these apart before. That comes in a box. Pretty rugged structural box with a zipper pouch. And there's the plastic it came in. And then, of course, I'm sure there's a microfiber pouch in here with hardware, with the paperwork. The hardware's on the knife. What the hell? Here we go. Lightweight, small, not real big. And this is not that far a stretch for Ostap Hel because he does a lot of like angular types of designs and kind of smaller knives. I think he did the tulip for Bestech, that little teeny micro thing. And then he's done some stuff, I think he did the Metamorph, right, for real steel. And he's done other stuff for real steel as well. So it's nice. Machining's good. I mean, Bestech makes a good knife, and there's no doubt about that. Let's let her drop. Okay, so it's a front flipper. Bingo. Pretty good action on this one. You know, I looked around before I turned the camera on, and I haven't seen anything posted on this knife. I even went on the Bestech Instagram site and didn't see this. I probably should have gone on Ostap's Instagram because he'd probably have it since he designed it. But almost a different cast color on that pocket clip. Doesn't it? It looks a little bit more bronze-ish or something. I think we're looking at right hand only though, because usually these are inset, you know, machined in. And on this side, even though it looks like you should be able to flip this, I don't think you will be able to. And a nice machined pivot. Very lightweight. What does this thing weigh? Kick it open. It's pretty easy to flip. And front flipper, you know, there's a lot of them out there these days. 2.4 ounces. That's super lightweight. 68 grams. And that's all, folks. Wow. And it drops pretty good, actually. I mean, look at that. Bounce right off my thumb, but it ain't going to cut you because the blade's too light. Oh, speaking of the blade, let's take a little gander at what we got for blade stock, and we're at 0. So, 3.5? Wow, I'm surprised it's that heavy. I would have thought more like 3 at 0.138. Wow, it's heavier than I thought it would be. Okay, we got 0. 12.4 at 0.48. So it's about the same thickness as a paramilitary 2, as far as that's concerned. Check it out. Not as big, though. And this is 3.8 ounces, so this is much heavier. Now, let's take my little Para 3 with the Spy 27, you know. Now we're talking. Pretty similar. So we got a 3 and a 7 here. Let's pull the tape and take a look at that. And come on, get on there. Yeah, kinda. More like a 3 1/8. Not quite 3 1/4, so 3.15 maybe at 80 millimeters. And 7 1/8, so 7.15, somewhere in there at 18 centimeters. So kind of a 3 and a 7, like the Para 3, but just maybe a little bit longer than that, as we can see there. And depending where you want to measure the blade length here or down in here. Got a little cutaway here so you can do sharpening. So that's good. This is, I mean, I don't mind this, and this could be handy as almost like a utility cutter and a lot of other things. Plus, being so lightweight and classy looking, it's got fidget factor, front flipper, light, good looking, solid, that kind of thing. But look at that. See what I'm saying? Yeah. See, that's not going to work just on a flat sharpening stone going in there. So you're going to have like a ceramic rod or probably a diamond rod, because you got CPMS 35VN. That's what I'm thinking, at least. That's sharp. Yeah, it's sharp. So I got this from Eric Outer, who's the USA Bestech rep. So he sent this to me, and then I guess I'm sending it on from here. So it's nice. As far as the action is, got a lot of fidget factor there. It's got no backspacer. Check this out. Okay, so the blade comes down close to this pass through here, standoff, whatever. But see this? So this would be what you could use for a lanyard, because the blade stops short of the big old standoff here. So you got plenty of room to put some paracord or a lanyard, like a little leather lanyard or something through there. Kind of class it up. Maybe put a titanium bead on there. You got jimping, and you need some for a front flipper, especially in this area, because this is where you're making contact. But also, if you're going to get up on this cutaway, which is really nicely made to be able to place your thumb right in it. So, yeah, really nice for close-up work, detail work, and it can do a lot of jobs. It's over a 3-inch blade. So, yeah, it's useful. It's probably not my, when I saw it, I didn't think, oh my God, I have to possess this knife, that kind of thing. It didn't hit my lust button. But I think it's going to appeal to a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people kind of like the hawkbill type look on a knife, and the utility of something like that. There's a lot of people really like the smaller knives that are super lightweight as well, but yet kind of a real gent carry classy look. So yeah, nothing wrong there. It's a reasonably deep carry clip. So, like in a shirt pocket even. I mean, it weighs nothing. Detent is appropriate on this knife. I wouldn't want it any stronger, because when you do a front flipper, you don't want a real strong detent. This holds just right. It snaps when it kicks loose, and it's not difficult to do that. You can just kick it. And I'm not great at front flippers, so this is easy to do, and actually it's fairly easy to hold on to, probably because of all these machined areas where your fingers kind of sit in there. Plus, you can get grip underneath here on that pocket clip, so you've kind of steadied yourself, and you can just snap it right open. And the drop is so nice, you don't have to be careful about dropping the blade because it's so light. And as soon as I tell you that, you'll cut yourself, right? but I'm not cutting myself, and I'm doing a good job of not worrying about it. So yeah, I mean, the design flows nicely, and of course this is intentional. You can't really count that down. And then look at where the blade goes to. So he filled it up. Let me see if I can. Nah, I can't touch the blade. So where's my balance on the knife? Move forward. Right there. Not bad. Not bad. Ergos. Can you get 4 fingers on the knife? I can. Now, if you got real big paws, you might be struggling. You might be like out here with that. But me, I mean, depending on where you want to rest your finger, if you really want your index finger to be in this area, then you are kind of in a backup position right there. I'm good. I can get all 4 fingers, regardless if I'm here or back here. Of course, this is a little bit more natural because of how that little front forward choil type area sits. And then, they've machined an area in here. It's easy to disengage. So you're not having to struggle with that, even though they really didn't make a differential in height here for a pass-through. Bonk. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think the more time I spend with it, the more I like it. And, options are pretty endless here. You could actually maybe bronze this knife or, anodize it whatever color you wanted. But, I mean, really, just in silver, it looks fine. I don't think I'd be too crazy about it if it was all DLC black coated. I just don't think that's the look for this knife. Satin grind, I think, is very appropriate for this because it's really kind of a classy gent carry. To me, stonewash is more like a working finish. So, no, I think this is good. Once again, I mean, take a look. Machine work here. Look at this coming out in here. All the way, these different areas that everything gets done. And there's no gotchas. The fit and finish is fine on this knife. Check out the plunge. Now that looks pretty good as well. So, yeah, I can't really fault it from what it's trying to be. It's just, for some reason, didn't really hit me like, oh my God. This is, at least if you're watching this video because you're just checking it out because you think you might want to buy it, I don't see a reason why it would be a problem. I don't know the pricing on it, but if you like the design and the recurve doesn't annoy you as far as having to sharpen a knife, and you can have somebody sharpen it for you if you're not set up to do that, then maybe this is for you, especially nice lightweight. It's not an unattractive knife. It just didn't hit my lust button. All right, I'm going to leave you to it. Thank you so much. You know what we do around here. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.